Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all. We will start our discussion or meeting about our selection topic, which is REIT. Before that, companies known as REIT or Real Estate Investment Trust continue funding real estate with the main aim of generating money from rental unit. REITs are comparable to mutual fund and exchange trade fund in terms of their structure, ETF. The fact that both offer a variety of revenue sources is one of the commodity. Owner will get virtually all the REITs earning 90%. Along with equities, REITs are a preferred tool for investors to include large-scale real estate in their portfolio. They can, therefore, buy and sell equities on the stock market. If the stock perform well, they could trade it for the dividend or capital gain. And as for my information, REITs are a lot of these safety features. Atira, can you tell me what is it?
Sure, Azmimi. Let me explain what distinctive feature of REITs. The function similarly to mutual fund. A modern investment vehicle known as a REIT is expected to invest at least 75% of its fund in real estate assets to qualify for the tax exemption on the income delivered to each shareholder 90%. REITs may also be classified as a commercial or Islamic. The form of tenancy and the activity business carry out the generate income from the REITs but properties different, even though both have the same operational and regulatory framework. While Islamic REITs exclusively permitted Sharia compliance, trading and business, commercial REITs permit all legal trade and business. So I hope what I explained is very clear. Thank you.
Such a good explanation, Atira. Thank you. Everything must have its own advantages and disadvantages. So Aisyah, can you help me to tell others about REITs advantages?
Of course, the advantages of REITs are combined with the simplicity and advantages of stock market investing in REITs. Investors have historically benefited from dividend-based income, competitive market performance, transparency, liquidity, inflation protection, and portfolio diversification from REITs. Everyone would want to invest in REITs mostly for liquidity reasons. The risk return profile of real estate is well known to be favorable. It offers excellent profits while having a lower danger of a negative outcome than other investment. Moreover, small-ticket real estate investors have the option to diversify their portfolio with help of REITs. The buyer of real estate investment must make a sizable financial commitment. Investors can therefore only invest in a select few locations. They are therefore exposed to the dangers and rewards associated with those micro markets. In addition, individual investors have a lot of options thanks to REITs. Trust income in many different forms, and they serve a variety of investors' purpose. Some real estate investment trusts only make equity investment. As a result, they benefit from a long-term cash flows and capital growth that these assets generate. They also buy the properties outright.
Okay, then for the disadvantage, it's crucial to understand that REITs dividends received by investors are taxable income and subject to income tax. In actuality, REIT distributions are subject to regular income tax. Although REITs have a tax advantages for dividend income, and investors with sizable interest in a REIT could nonetheless face a substantial tax bill. Dividends from REITs are taxed more heavily than dividends from other investments. Next, investors should be mindful that non-traded REITs could have expensive upfront fees or sales commissions. For example, the management team of these REITs may charge annual management fees and retain promote interest. It's a cut of the profits as well.
Thank you, Aisyah and Mirza, for giving a clear explanation about the advantages and disadvantages of REITs. And I think everyone in this meeting has clearly understood about this. Malaysia REITs market is unique in that it offers two different types of REITs, namely conventional and Sharia or Islamic. This type give a lot of comparison in many aspects. I think Krish will help others to understand more with this detail.
Yeah, sure. When it comes to the comparison of I-REIT and the convention rate, I would like to say that Islamic REIT are type of investment that require the tenant to operate a business in line with Islamic principle, but convention REIT do not require the management to follow the Islamic rules. Malaysian property market is attractive for the investor as they can guarantee the ownership of the property. Other than that, I would like to highlight that I-REIT is an ethical investment that prohibits non-halal or illegal rental activities, while convention REIT permit the trading of fixed income security. Last but not the least, Islamic REIT have the lower correlation with the stock market and their convention counterpart and offer portfolio superior alternative for the risk management. Rosman at 2015 have been found that there are little association between the stock and bond and Islamic REIT, and that the conversation of conversion rate to Sharia compliant rates can reduce the unsystematic risk and provide a sound hedging strategy against the currency rate change. Recent research has demonstrated that Islamic REIT provide an appealing investment instrument due to the reliable income and high quality underlying asset. That's all from me on the comparison of these two rates.
Additionally, Malaysia REITs market is unique in that it offers two different types of REITs, namely conventional and Sharia Islamic. iREIT is the Sharia Islamic version of the conventional REIT. However, these two types of REITs have their own unique features that make them different from each other. These unique features also serve to demonstrate the advantages of conventional REITs and Sharia Islamic REITs. Among them, compared to conventional one, the income of iREIT must be from Sharia permissible activities, or in case of mixed activities, must adhere to the 20% benchmark as determined by the Sharia Advisory Council of SC. The example of activities that not allow under iREIT is financial services based on riba, gambling, gaming and so on. Both REIT and iREIT are treated similarly about stamp duty, real property gain tax and corporate tax in Malaysia. Both have comparable regulatory frameworks, except for the necessity that iREIT adhere to Sharia rules. In addition to having many returns and risks, iREIT also offers a variety of attractive offers for investors who are interested in investing.
I really understand your explanation, and some of your points are new knowledge for me. Thank you. Atira, if you don't mind, can you share with us about what are the current issues that are frequently debated?
The current issues that are frequently debated are incidents involving rates that are regularly contested, particularly during the epidemic. Even though we are currently in the endemic phase of the COVID-19, the Malaysian economy is still suffering severe spike growth. One of the most often disputed problems in risk is the shift in the total factor productivity in the REITs business during and after the global financial crisis. The global financial crisis began a few years ago with a subprime mortgage market problem in the United States. During this split, the number of leisure REITs expanded but the efficiency decreased.
Okay, now about illustration for REITs. It shows the key structural criteria for REITs, including SC-approved management corporation to run REITs, trustees, unit holders or investors, tenant, Sharia advisors, and maintenance agents. Trustees have a responsibility to safeguard unit holder interests and ensure that management companies always abide by predetermined rules. For iREITs, the function of Sharia consultant and Sharia committees is also essential. All Sharia-related issues relating to the implementation of iREITs must be brought to the attention of Sharia advisors or committee. The Sharia advisor oversees advising and controlling all actions that will be taken before an implementation is implemented in iREITs to make sure that the implementation and activities do not contravene Sharia. Additionally, the objective of the REITs are outlined in this agreement document, along with the management companies and trustees' rules, obligations, and responsibilities.
Wow, your explanation about illustration is really good. It made me more clear about REIT structure. I think we have reached the end of the meeting. There are many things we have discussed from various points of view, and I think Krish can conclude this meeting about REITs. Krish, can you do it for us?
I would like to conclude this meeting by saying that REITs are the great way to increase the passive income in 2020 and above. Purchasing REITs carry a unique set of risks, especially when it comes to the mortgage rates. Islamic REITs provide a Sharia-compliant investment option to the investor with a typical stable return. Islamic REIT has the power to give the investor peace of mind and the advantage of taking part in reliable rental income of real estate and other holding. They also offer diversity and encourage financial innovation by enabling the investor to take part in the real estate market by acquiring the Islamic REIT unit. Malaysian authorized, tax-intensive and regularly farm work are viewed as a step in the correct direction toward realizing the noble goal of becoming the world's Islamic financial and capital center.
Well done, Krish and others. Thank you for giving good cooperation in today's discussion. See you again. Bye.